how India sent out a stern message to terror peddlers. With the house of wanted terrorist mastermind Jaish-e-Mohammed's commander demolished, a bulldozer was run over the house of Ashiq Nengroo, who has now been hiding, remember, in Pakistan since February 2019. But the Burhan Lobby unfortunately continues to shed tears. Mehbooba Mufti, when she was questioned on the crackdown on terror, she says, Bahut Ho Gaya. Listen in.
A giant excavator furiously at work, tearing down a residential building in the Rajpora area of Pulwama. This demolition, the machine is taking down a terror house. The two-story building was illegally built on encroached government land. The man who once lived here is the absconding Jaish-e-Mohammed commander Ashiq Nengroo.
The Jammu and Kashmir administration has intensified its action against terrorism and in fact against the terror ecosystem that existed in Kashmir Valley till 2019. Right now we are in Rajpora area of Pulwama and we will show you one such action that has been initiated against that ecosystem. This is a scene. This in fact was a residential house that belonged to one of the Jaish commander Ashiq Nengroo here in Rajpora, Pulwama.
Nengroo is wanted in connection with the February 2019 Pulwama terror attack on a CRPF convoy in which over 40 Jawans were martyred. Since then, Nengroo has escaped to Pakistan. Now, the house from where terror flowed has been turned into rubble.
अब माफ़ी नहीं होगी. ग्राफ भी अगर आप देखेंगे, ग्राफ बिल्कुल ख़त्म हो चुका है. जिस तरीके से जो माहौल अब बदला है 3 साल में, अब किसी भी कोई भी ऐसी कोई एक्टिविटी हो जिससे माहौल फिर से ख़राब किया जाएगा, उसको कतई बर्दाश्त नहीं किया जाएगा. उसको बिल्कुल उसी टाइम उसकी गर्दन पकड़ के उसको मरोड़ देंगे.
But this demolition has not gone down too well with the PDP leader Mehbooba Mufti.
जो मिलिटेंट्स के खिलाफ जो एक्शन हो रहा है,
बहुत हो गया. इसको वही वो ड्रॉक यूज ज्यादा करना है.
जो मिलिटेंट्स के खिलाफ जो एक्शन हो रहा है,
बहुत हो गया. इसको वही वो ड्रॉक यूज ज्यादा करना है.
While Mufti is visibly peeved, others are more vocal.
देखो, टेररिज्म के खिलाफ एक्शन लेना तो अच्छी बात है, लेकिन जो उनकी फैमिलियों से वो व्यवहार करे वो गलत बात है. क्योंकि कोई एक बंदा निकला है, उसके लिए उस एक बंदे को सजा मिलनी चाहिए, न कि उनकी पूरी फैमिली को.
But Nengroo escaped with his family to Pakistan after committing one of the most horrific and cowardly attacks. The taking down of this house is symbolic of the iron fist reserved for terror. With Suhail in Pulwama, Times Now.
Well, in fact, we are going to play out what exactly Mehbooba Mufti had said when she was asked about it. Mehbooba Mufti was questioned directly about the crackdown which has happened on terrorist and terrorist infrastructure. Her only reaction was Bahut Ho Gaya. This, remember, is coming from the PDP chief who's known to be a Burhan sympathizer. The Burhan Lobby, which sheds tears for terrorists like Burhan Wani, calls him a son of soil. Today says Bahut Ho Gaya in reference to the crackdown on terrorists. Remember, this after the administration of Jammu and Kashmir raised the house, a terror den of one of the Jaish commanders who is believed to be the mastermind of the Pulwama attack, in which 40 of our braves were killed in cold murder. This man then continued to build a house on government land. He encroached upon government land in Pulwama and built a two-storied house. That is the house which has now been raised for being an illegal construction. And now you have Mehbooba Mufti. When she was asked about it, she says, Bahut Ho Gaya. This is why the braves are saying, What about us? Why are they being villainized at a time when terrorists are being called sons of soil? These are questions which now need to be asked, questions which are being raised. Remember, the background of this entire story. This is a Jaish commander who is believed to be the mastermind of the Pulwama attack, in which 40 of our braves were slain. After which, this man, Nengroo, has been hiding in Pakistan. His family has been living in this two-storied house which he built illegally at that on government land which was encroached upon. That is the house which today has been demolished. And when Mehbooba Mufti, the former chief minister and known to be a Burhan sympathizer, was asked about the crackdown on terrorists, can you believe it? She said, Bahut Ho Gaya. We are going to play out the soundbite of Mehbooba Mufti and get you what her exact reaction is. But that is going to be explosive because she has been several times been accused of having linkages. In fact, A.S. Dullat also has just made a sensational claim on Times Now, saying that Rajpora ji, he claims, had suspected Mehbooba Mufti about her links to terrorist outfits. Of course, there is sitting chief minister at the time, the sitting chief minister, Ghulam Nabi Azad, who has spoken to Times Now exclusively, saying that there were top netas in the Kashmir Valley who had linkages to terrorists, and now this kind of a reaction. Let me go across to Sohail. Sohail, it's astounding how a former chief minister could come out and say Bahut Ho Gaya when it comes to terror crackdown, something which continues to bleed India through 1,000 cuts.
Well, in fact, the Jammu and Kashmir government has in fact taken action against this particular Jaish commander, who is in fact operating from POK and monitoring the activities of Jaish-e-Mohammed terror outfit in Kashmir Valley. And not only this, he is also trying to motivate youth there in POK and in fact helping them to infiltrate into our side. Now J&K government in fact has this input that this particular Jaish commander has encroached land and constructed a residential house on it, and after that a proper procedure was in fact followed in this particular case, and his residential house there in Rajpora area, Pulwama in South Kashmir, was demolished. The government, in fact, sources inside the government tell us that the exercise is on, and more such violations, in fact residential houses or commercial establishments built or constructed on state land by those people enjoying political patronage or linked to terror outfits directly or indirectly will be in fact targeted, and they will be demolished too as well. The land they have encroached will be retrieved back, because remember, the Jammu and Kashmir government had already initiated a massive exercise back in 2019 and initiated these drives against the land encroachment in Jammu and Kashmir, particularly the revenue department and forest authorities as well. They have acted against the people, but somewhere deep down the line, those people who are enjoying political patronage or are in fact linked to terror outfits, this one like the Ashiq Nengroo, was not touched by the Jammu and Kashmir administration or the officials who are working on ground. Now the action in fact has been intensified, the Jammu and Kashmir authorities, but certainly.
Absolutely. Keep tracking the developments on that front, because the larger nexus, the ecosystem which allowed this kind of operations by terrorists and their infrastructure to build on Indian land, that's what needs to be demolished as well. Thank you so much, Sohail, for joining us. Moving